after each and every fall, he has to get up again and once again reignite his faith, rebuild his faith. Faith is something that needs to be rebuilt when it becomes destroyed, and everybody goes through phases in their own personal lives where their faith rises and then they lose their faith. So if you're in a phase where you lost your faith, this is for you. You have to understand. And if you're not in a phase where you lost your faith, well, you'll remember the last time you lost your faith and you gained it again, because faith rises and falls through a person's life. There are periods of strength of faith and there are periods of weakness of faith. So what causes the fall? And I'll tell you what causes the fall. The tzaddik, when he rises, he feels strong, he feels powerful because he has faith. He feels strong, and his ego starts to puff up with pride in his heart. Oh, I'm this, oh, I'm that. And the ego, and he becomes arrogant. And that arrogance, God does not like at all. He detests it. God detests that arrogance. When a tzaddik rises and God gives him strength, God gives him power, and he sees he has power, because his heart is puffed up, his pride is puffed up within his heart. So God says, you think you're somebody, you're a big shot now, and he falls, he loses his faith. And he doesn't always come back up. Many people lost their faith, and they lost it until the day they died. But the tzaddik falls again, he falls and he thinks about why did he fall. And eventually he realizes that he fell because of his ego, his arrogance. He thinks he doesn't need God, he's a somebody. He forgets that God gave him everything that he ever did. God gave him all the strength, God gave him all the wisdom, God gave him intelligence, God gave him everything he ever had. He forgot to thank God. Because he thinks, oh, I'm a big shot now. And then he falls. And when he realizes that every time he falls is because of his ego, he rises again, overcomes his ego. He becomes thankful to God. Gratitude. Gratitude is the key. Gratitude is the key. Don't forget that. Gratitude. It's all because he lost his gratitude. That's why he fell. Arrogance. In the heart of an arrogant person, there is no room for gratitude. The more arrogant the person is, the less gratitude he has. The more gratitude a person has, the less arrogant he is. And so you see, that is Sheva Yipol Tzaddik V'Kam. The righteous person, he falls each time because of his arrogance. He humbles himself before the Lord. He rises again. He falls again because when he rose, he got power. He got strength. He rose again and God gave him power and strength. His prayers were answered. He saw miracles happen to him, personal miracles. People experience personal miracles. And when he experienced personal miracles, he starts to think, oh, I'm a great tzaddik, I'm a powerful person, until Hashem makes him fall. And then he falls because of his arrogance. And when he realizes that each time he rose, he became arrogant until he fell. After 7 times, he finally realizes never again can he allow his heart to be puffed up with pride. He must always detest arrogance. Always detest, because God detests the arrogant people. He detests their arrogance. Because they're denying God. A human being who is arrogant, and he thinks that he's a somebody, he's a big shot, and he doesn't remember to thank God for every gift he has. Everything that he has is a gift from God. God created the whole universe. He created you, he put you here, he gave you everything you ever had. Everything you have belongs to God. There's only one thing that you own, and that's your choices that you make. God gave you free will, and you make your own choices. And those choices that you make, you own. You own your choices. God gave you ownership of one thing and one thing only, the choices that you make. So hopefully we'll all make the right choices, because sometimes we make the wrong choices, because it's not always easy to make the right choices. And therefore, I learned to be tolerant with people who make wrong choices. Because I've made wrong choices. We've all. Anybody who thinks he never made a wrong choice in his life is arrogant. Like I said, I'm a perfectionist, and whenever I make a mistake, I make it perfectly. And therefore, I wish you all peace, joy, health, happiness for this day here, the 15th of October, 2021. And in the Hebrew calendar, it is the 9th day of the month of Cheshvan, the 8th month, the month of Cheshvan, of the year Tufshin Pei Beis 5782. Live long and prosper, Captain.